Hi, everyone! Welcome to our channel. Today, we'll take you on a virtual tour of one of the most fascinating cities in Italy, Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance. Florence is a true open-air museum, a treasure trove of art, history, and culture that attracts visitors from all over the world. Let's begin our journey in Piazza del Duomo, the beating heart of the city. This square is a true open-air museum, dominated by the majestic Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, commonly known as the Florence Cathedral or Duomo. The Duomo is a masterpiece of Gothic and Renaissance architecture, famous worldwide for its iconic red brick dome designed by Filippo Brunelleschi. Construction of the cathedral began in 1296 and concluded in 1436 with the completion of the dome. Brunelleschi's dome is one of the most significant achievements in world architecture. Standing at 114 meters, it remains the largest brick dome in the world. Its innovative design required the creation of entirely new construction techniques. Inside the cathedral, visitors are awestruck by its grandeur and artistic details, including the beautiful marble floor and the Last Judgment, an enormous fresco on the dome painted by Giorgio Vasari and Federico Zuccari. Next to the Duomo stand two other important structures, Giotto's Campanile, an 85-meter tower adorned with intricate bas-reliefs and statues, and the Baptistry of San Giovanni, one of the city's oldest buildings, renowned for its bronze doors, including Lorenzo Ghiberti's Gates of Paradise. Together, the Duomo, the Campanile, and the Baptistry form one of the most extraordinary architectural complexes in the world, declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There is no doubt that Piazza del Duomo and the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore represent the historical, artistic, and spiritual heart of Florence. It is a place that every visitor to the city should absolutely see. Now we move on to one of Florence's most emblematic symbols, the Ponte Vecchio. This ancient bridge, crossing the Arno River at its narrowest point, is one of the most iconic images of the city. The Ponte Vecchio is famous for its jewelry, goldsmith, and artisan shops. These small shops, protruding from the sides of the bridge, give the Ponte Vecchio its unique and characteristic appearance. The tradition of having shops on the bridge dates back to the 13th century. Originally, the shops were occupied by butchers, but they were replaced by jewelers by the order of Ferdinando I in the 16th century to improve the smell and image of the bridge. Another interesting element of the Ponte Vecchio is the Vasari corridor. This elevated passageway, built by order of Cosimo I de' Medici, connected the Palazzo Vecchio with the Palazzo Pitti, allowing rulers to move between their residences without mingling with the common people. The corridor passes over the shops on the east side of the bridge. The Ponte Vecchio is particularly charming at sunset when the golden light reflects on the Arno River, creating a magical atmosphere. It's no wonder it's one of the most photographed places in Florence. The Ponte Vecchio is not just a bridge, it is a symbol of Florence. It is a place where history, art, craftsmanship, and natural beauty come together in an unforgettable image. We cannot talk about Florence without mentioning its wonderful museums. The Uffizi, for example, houses one of the most important art collections in the world, with works by Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and many others. In the Uffizi Gallery, each room is a journey through time, revealing the evolution of painting from the medieval age to the Renaissance. Perhaps the most famous work is Botticelli's The Birth of Venus, a masterpiece depicting the goddess Venus emerging from the sea like a fully formed pearl. Let's not forget the Vasari corridor, an elevated passageway connecting the Palazzo Vecchio to the Palazzo Pitti, passing over the Uffizi. This corridor, reopened to the public after years of restoration, houses a precious collection of self-portraits by artists. And then there's the Accademia Gallery, another must-visit museum in Florence, famous for hosting Michelangelo's David, one of the most famous and impressive sculptures in the world. Florence is truly a paradise for art lovers, with its museums offering priceless treasures of beauty and artistic genius. Palazzo Pitti and Boboli Gardens, this imposing Renaissance palace was the residence of the Grand Dukes of Tuscany. It is now a museum complex with various art collections. Behind the palace stretches the Boboli Gardens, a vast Italian-style park rich in fountains, statues, and panoramic views of the city. Piazza della Signoria and Palazzo Vecchio, this square is the political center of Florence. The Palazzo Vecchio, with its dominating tower, was the center of city power for centuries and now houses a museum. Piazza della Signoria is also famous for the Loggia dei Lanzi, an open-air architecture that hosts a collection of statues, including the impressive Perseus with the head of Medusa by Cellini. The Palazzo Vecchio, with its beautifully decorated rooms and panoramic tower, offers visitors a fascinating insight into Florence's history, from its power as a republic in the Middle Ages to its grandeur as the center of the Renaissance. Basilica of Santa Croce. This is one of the most beautiful churches in Florence, and inside it, you can find the tombs of illustrious figures such as Michelangelo, Galileo, and Machiavelli. The Basilica of Santa Croce is a true pantheon of some of the greatest Italian artists, writers, and scientists. It is a place that blends art and history in an atmosphere of respect and contemplation. Not only that, Santa Croce is also famous for its 14 chapels, many of which are adorned with frescoes by Giotto and his school, making this basilica a real treasure of art and history. Mercato Centrale. For a taste of Florentine daily life, visit the Mercato Centrale, where you can find a wide variety of local products, from cheeses to cured meats, from olive oil to wine. Museum of San Marco. This museum houses an important collection of religious art, including frescoes by Fra Angelico. Basilica of San Miniato al Monte. This church, located on a hill overlooking Florence, offers a spectacular view of the city. Via Tornabuoni. This is Florence's luxury shopping street, where you can find shops of famous Italian and international brands. Piazzale Michelangelo. This square offers a panoramic view of Florence and is particularly popular at sunset. But Florence is not just history and art. It is also a lively and vibrant city, with delightful restaurants, elegant boutiques, and a welcoming atmosphere. And to conclude the day, what could be better than artisanal gelato while strolling through the streets of the historic center? We hope that this virtual tour has inspired you to visit Florence. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to not miss the upcoming episodes. Thank you for following us, and see you next time.